Hello everyone, welcome to this class. We were able to draft out this blouse with the stylish neckline in our last class. So in today we'll be using the pattern to cut and to sew the dress. So we'll be showing the step-by-step process on how to sew the dress and also the waist elastic cincher that will be imputing in the blouse. So please stick to the end of tutorial and thank you for joining us. Also, if you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So thank you for joining and let's get So for our last class, we were able to draft out this tutorial on how to draft the Bustier blouse with the asymmetric neckline. So this is for the front and also this is for the back. So here are the fabrics I'll be using for the cutting. So this is the net lace. I'm using my satin. Don't forget, because we are using lace, we'll be doubling our satin. So this is the satin, and also this is the skin tone net I'll be using. So also I promised that we'll be using waist elastic for our waist snatching. So this is a 7 inches wide elastic that I'll be using to snatch the waist. You see, it's very stretchy. So we're going to draft what is going to be the measurement so we use to snatch the waist, and also it will be having hook and eye at the back, so you'll be able to hook it. So instead of having corset loop inside, you can just do this. It's quite simple and also very effective. Now that we have our fabric ready, now we'll go ahead to cut the patterns on the fabric. Then okay, so I've cut out the patterns on the fabric. So this is what I have for the front. You know, I said we'll be laminating the front because of the padding we'll be doing for the bust in the front. So I've laminated it with a layer of doll face. So this is it here. I've laminated it. So now for those that don't know how to do lamination, I think the easier way of doing it, instead of using instead of top stitching it round, the easier way to do it is you use any fabric glue of your choice. So this is what I used. You can use any fabric glue of your choice. So you just bring it here, right side of this one of the satin to the wrong side of the net lace. Then you just put the gum on the edges like this. Then you just stick the lace down. So this is going to hold the doll face, and the net lace is going to be holding them together. Just give it a little while, it will dry off, then you have your laminated fabric. So then you can go ahead to join it. So now it depends on what you want to do with the bust. Some might say they want to do bust caging or thereabout. So if you are doing bust caging, you can just go ahead, join it together, or you do the bust caging on your what's it called, on your lining, the lining. So you join your lining together. I also cut the lining the same way I cut the front and the main body. So you can do your bust caging on your lining. If you are doing the padding, you can pad it. So for me, I'm just going to pad it. So I'm going to use this laminated padded foam for the padding of the bust area. So this is for the front, and also for the back, I cut it out on the fabric since the back is not going to be having any padding or anything. So I'm just going to use it single like this. I'm just to join the lace together like this. I'm not going to be laminating the back because by the time you laminate it, it will become more heavier. So I'm just trying to avoid that. So this is what the back is going to be looking at. So I'll go ahead to pad it and also to join it together. So the center front, you join the both sides together. And okay, so I've joined the bust, the front bust. I've joined it together. So this is what the inside is looking like. This is what I used to pad it, and my bust, it's sitting very well. So if you join your bust cup and it's not standing up like this, then you know that there is a problem somewhere that you have to trace back to your pattern. So this is my bust now, my front now, and I've also joined the lining. I'm joining it like this. So And also for the back also, I've joined the back piece together. This is the lining, this is the fabric. I've joined both sides together. So now for our front now, we'll be adding the yoke. Now don't forget, we'll be having two different type of yoke for the front. So this is one for the front like this. So this is the one that is going to be on the inside, the skin tone net yoke. So I've cut it out and I've finished the neck like this. So you just make sure everything aligns together. So this is going to come on top of it like this, and also this side will come like this. So that is how the neck yoke is going to be like. So you can just go ahead and remove the paper, the patterns, and pin these ones together. If you want to fix it all at once, remove all the patterns. So you pin it down together like this. So I haven't pinned it down like this. Now we are going to place it on the main bodice, the front. So this is the main bodice now. We are going to place this, the right side will be facing this place. So we can go ahead now to join it. So let's pin it together also. So when you take it to the sewing machine, you just run a stitch across to hold the yoke and the main bodice together. So once you've done that, now you now bring the lining, right side facing the right side. So use the lining also to stitch the lining on it like this. So you stitch all the edges together like this. So it's only the armhole area that we'll be using it to turn out. So this down part also will be stitching it all around like this, the hem, the neckline, the side, and also the hem. Make sure everything aligns together. So also for the back, so this is one of the back piece also. I've cut out the yoke for the back. Now I told you my yoke for the back is going to be a 𝐓𝐿 type of yoke. So I've cut it out. So you just finish this one with your bias. Then you place the yoke like this, right side to the right side. Starting from the armhole area, you stitch it down. Then you bring the lining also, you place it on it. So you stitch it here, the side, and also the hem line. So I'm going to do that and I'll show you what the result is. Here I've turning the edges, the sides, and the hem line with the lining. So this is what the front is looking like, and also here is the back also. So now that we have done that, now the next thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be sewing it on the side. So I added 1.5 as the side seam allowance. So we join it together on the side seam. So you just hold it down with your pin like this. Hold it down with the pin. Then you mark out the 1.5 allowance that is remaining. I added 2, so I've used 1/2 inch for the turning, so it's remaining 1.5. So I'll just mark the 1.5 down on this side, and also this side also I will do the same thing and mark out the 1.5. And this place is for the zip, and I'm going to I'll go ahead to fix the zip. So here is the top. I've joined it on the shoulder and also on the side. So this is what the top is going to look like. When I wear it, it's going to be looking much more better. So let's keep this aside now. Don't forget the elastic we are using for the waist cinching effect. So this is the 7 inches elastic band and the hook and height. So to get the measurements now, I've drafted it out, so I'll just run you through it. So this place is from my under bust, and this M here is my upper hip measurement. So from here to here I have 9 inches, and this is the waist measurement. Don't forget this is 7 inches. So I'm going to be dividing it on both sides of the hip, of the waistline. So I'll measure 3.5 up and 3.5 down. So this is the line I marked here. Don't forget my waist was 32. I reduced it by 3 inches to give me 29. My under bust also is 32 minus 3 inches, it will give me 29. My upper hip is 40, so I'm going to be removing 3 inches also from it, so I'll get 37. So whatever the answer you got here, you are going to be dividing it by 4. So it's why I got these measurements I marked out here. So now that this is what we'll be cutting out, also this line here is the hook and eye will be added. So you just measure whatever the wideness of your hook and eye is divided by 2. Then you are going to be marking it here. You know, you are going to be attaching the hook and eye to it, so it's part of the measurement. So we'll be cutting it out here like this. So the 7 inches I need, I'll cut it out here, and also I'll cut this one out like this. So this is what I'll be using to cut out the elastic band. So I'm cutting for both sides. I'm going to be folding it into 2 like this. So once you get the exact one, you are not going to be adding any allowance to it since it's very stretchy, so you really don't need any allowance. So very soon I'll be doing a very detailed video on how to draft and sew a snatched waist, a waist cincher. Yeah, those kind of girdle that they wear, a waist cincher using this elastic. So it's going to be a very detailed tutorial. It's not free, so if you are interested, I'll be telling you when the video tutorial is ready. Okay, so now we have cut it out now. So this is going to be going on the waist, so it's going to be at the back. So this is going to go for the back, and this also for the back. So I've turned this one to the back now. This point I marked out is my waist on the dress. So what we are putting is 7 inches like we did, 3 inches high, 3.5 high, and also to make the 7 inches. So you do the same thing on this the side also. So whatever your length of elastic is, some elastic comes in 5 inches, so you just need to join a couple of it together to give you the 7 inches. But with the 7 inches, I'm okay with it. So once you do that, now we are going to place it here and join it. So we'll stitch it down on the side by 0.5. You bring the other one also, you stitch it on the side by 0.5 inches. So once you are done stitching like that, you bring the hook and eye. So you make sure that the way you stitch your hook and eye will be a way you'll be able to wear it, like it will, you know, this is how the hook and eye is going to be like, right? So you fix this one on this side and also this one on the other side. So I'll show you once I'm done. Okay, so I have stitched the side. So this is the elastic. I've stitched it to the back like this. So by the time you want to wear it, this is what it's going to give you. So you bring it to the back like this. So I fixed the hook and eye also on both sides. So you fix it like this. If at this point you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well and subscribe. Click the subscribe button to get notified every time we drop a new tutorial. And also, if you want to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box, so click it and you'll be able to join the WhatsApp group. So once you've done fixing the hook like this, then you can then go ahead and zip up the dress. So with this one that's inside now, it has snatched the waist. You know, this waist is smaller than your regular waist because this one has already snatched the waist, so it will be easier for you to be able to zip up the dress. But without the elastic and you snatch the waist, and without loop, you will not be able to wear the dress because the zip is not going to go through. So this is the dress, and the last thing to do on this dress is to fix our sleeve. So this is the basic sleeve. I will be using a long sleeve, so I'll be fixing the zip sleeve on both sides of the dress. So thank you for joining us today, and I'll see you in next class.